very, very, very quick ad hoc show. And again, big shout out to anyone that's supported the amateur football platform and that's kind of supported the movement. So yeah, big shout out to everyone. Just want to say happy Father's Day to everyone out there. Anyone that's kind of looking after, their sons, their daughters, nieces, and nephews, and also parents as well. You know, um, we all think that it's kind of all about looking after the kids, but we have to look after our parents and our grandparents and friends as well. So again, big shout out to like everyone doing that. Just to let you know what is going on with the amateur football platform. I've got a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff, and so we're in June now. So I'd say in the middle of July, you will be seeing a lot more content featuring a lot more people within the football community, a lot of people who have influence within the community, not necessarily playing, but again, men and women who are also in business, who are in marketing. You'll be seeing just a lot of varied content on the podcast, which I'm really looking forward to. So when we kind of talk about again fathers, and again happy Father's Day to everyone out there. We as fathers are not perfect. We are. We also have our flaws and issues. However, we have to, as I kind of keep saying to everyone, we have to just talk. We kind of have to disclose, we have to be in places where men especially wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable in to literally talk about certain things. We can have to, and again relating it to like football, we can have to make sure that we are representing our teams and our clubs correctly on and off the pitch. As fathers, we have to set an example to not only the younger generation, but also our generation and also the older generation. We have to make sure that when we make mistakes, and everyone does, that we learn from our own mistakes. If you're making the same mistake over and over again, then you know what? There is something that we can. There's something that you would definitely have to again invest your time into finding out why you do certain things a different way. And I am not the person to kind of judge. No, that's not all right. But if you're doing the same mistake over and over again, then there's there is a deep rooted issue. Not saying that issue cannot be fixed, but I would kind of really look at yourself. And as far as regarding like the kind of football community, when we play and when we're on the sideline, we have to realize that there's people around us, kids, parents, mums and dads, uncles, aunties that are watching what we're doing, week in, week out. And again, I'm not saying that, everything's got to be clean cut, because sometimes that's not how football is. There's that competition. Yeah, there's that, that kind of will to win. And sometimes, and I do it as well, that kind of spills over sometimes. But if you're conscious about your actions, if you're conscious about the long-term effects or damage, it's not long-term effects or damage, but like stigma sometimes that your one action can actually portray on your club, or other people that you're involved in. That's kind of something that we are all learning 100%. I also put something out as well on my stories, and I can't remember the quote, but it really resonated with me. Sometimes you can be quiet and patient, and people take that for some sort of weakness, while there's a kind of bubbling underlying anger and passion that people do not want to see or fear. And I think it's one of those things where you as someone, or actually anyone that's kind of listening to this, everyone, either in the live or replay, will hopefully resonate with. People do take your kindness for weakness, and it's kind of hard as a man, at a certain age with certain responsibilities, when you know that you've got good intentions, and you want to help and you want to inspire, and there's people trying to tear you down constantly, and it's kind of hard not to react to certain things. And sometimes that reaction is necessary, and sometimes it's not. And as fathers, as men, we have to kind of challenge and channel our emotions in a certain way. And again, that's the reason why football is such, for me, a great activity where I can channel in the right way my anger, my frustration, my joys as well into playing football. And I kind of look at everyone that's kind of watching right now to actually say, look, you can do exactly the same. It's going to be difficult. Sometimes, we all have trauma. Some of us are very, what's the word? We are very open with our traumas, and some of us don't even know that we have trauma, and we're dealing with it on a day-to-day basis, but we just don't know that this is something that's happened in our past. As long as you can channel it in the right way, on and off the football pitch, then that's half of the battle. People will always love you. Your inner circle, who like know you really well, will sound you out. They will ground you. They will lift you up. They will like do everything without doing everything, if that makes sense. When um, when when I get certain things leveled at me, I don't really, okay. Of course, I read and listen, but it doesn't mean half as much to my inner circle that may read that comment, that may read that article, that might listen to certain things, because it's my inner circle that knows me, and my inner circle will tell me if I'm doing something right or wrong. And it's those people who I listen to. It's no one else. Everyone else will have their opinion and judgment about other things. Myself, my football ability, my platform, what I stand for. And people who understand me will like get me. people that want to try and hold something against not only me but for you as well are toxic, and you've got to feel sorry for those people. You have to feel sorry for those people. So again, don't want this to be crazy long message. But James, man, happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. And again, thank you for tuning in. 100%, definitely. We have to, and also as well, there are like mums out there. There are like some like fathers that are either neglecting their responsibilities that we have to help. We have to try and understand why they are neglecting their responsibilities, and again, taking it to a kind of football side of it. Why are you neglecting your objectives on the pitch? Why are you neglecting your position? Why are you drifting from the right to the middle? Why are you drifting from the middle to the left? We can have to understand these type of people. And again, I'm not saying that they're right, and I'm not saying that they're wrong. But those men, you know who you are. You know exactly what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. And also as well, shout out to the mothers, the single mothers who are holding down the fort, who are doing extraordinary things. There are some of us at a certain age that don't know our fathers, that kind of came from a one-parent household where mum or like dad took care of everything. And sometimes we can, well, I mean, again, I can't imagine it, but that was my like mum and dad have kind of always been in my life, and they're still together. But again, correct me if I'm wrong, I can imagine when growing up, there's probably some sort of resentment, either from your mom or from your dad. And, you've heard certain things that you bring into your own adulthood, in your own journey, which is some sort of trauma that you just didn't think that was a trauma. You just thought it was just you. Never blame yourself. As I said before at the beginning, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. And if you have opportunity, and if you want as well, it's not even just having an opportunity. If you feel that the opportunity for like you to speak to your mom or speak to your dad or speak to your sister, brother, auntie, or whatever situation, friend, whatever it is, go and speak to them. It may not be the conversation that you want, and sometimes you don't know how to calculate. Oh, you're funny. You're funny. Listen, I mean, it's listen. And you know what? Listen, who am I to say that you're not perfect? Who am I to like literally talk about your like weaknesses? I think everyone knows in a roundabout way what their weaknesses are, and actually what their strengths are. So again, I just want to applaud everyone from the amateur footballer podcast community, from the football community, from the masters community, from the open age community. I've like been on a journey myself, and I'm still learning. I've learned a lot this year, which I'm going to divulge in a video in the next couple of weeks. My promise to you. Yeah, you know what? I've said a promise. And I might break that promise once in a while. But my promise to you is to put out a video every single Sunday, either live or pre-recorded. Every Sunday is Every Sunday's my day. Normally, anyone that's kind of watching my show on a Sunday will know it's a little bit more clean and proper. But because I'm actually at the parents, I thought, I can't do a show today. But I'm like, you know what? Yes, I can. I can literally do a live YouTube show and just talk about whatever people want to talk about. Happy Father's Day and like whatnot. And literally, that's my promise to you. And of course, fathers, men, we have to take accountability when like certain things are going on in our household. If we're present there 24/7, or like if we're not with the mother, or of our children, we have to take accountability. We can have to know what is kind of going on with our children, with our parents, with our friends as well. And I don't know what to say in this, but they always say that anyone can be a father. Anyone can be a dad for 24 hours in this what's the word I'm looking for? This it's like day of marketing. This kind of this marketed day of fathers. Again, it is what it is. But don't be a father for just 24 hours. Be a father for 365 days. Be a father for 365 days times two, times three, times four, times 10, times 20. That's literally where you will gain the respect. You will gain respect for me when you like do the small stuff that people don't see, or a few people that see that don't say anything, that actually know you properly. You get my respect when you can sit down with friends, with like family members, and you break bread together, where you are cheering on someone's achievements. When you're there, when like things are when like things are going not so well, when you can get a phone call that you've got to be at someone's house, and sometimes you can't be at someone's house, but you know what? You can be there on the phone. Sometimes being there physical doesn't make you a great human being, a great father, a great person. I've had the most enlightening conversations and the most connection. Well, I won't say the most connections, but I've had connections with people who I've never met, that I've spoken on the phone, that I've seen, and I've kind of literally had a video message from them. I see their faces, but we've not met up physically. I've had more connection with those people than some of my people who I call my so-called friends, and those friends are no longer in my life. When you're a father, when you're for like me, it's about it's not even about choosing your friends. It's about knowing the ones to let go. It's about knowing like the ones that are not good for your environment, and also for your kids and your other friends' environment. That's the hardest thing. Anyone can make friends, but it's harder to let people go. Big shout out again to everyone in the amateur football community. Listen, James, um, I am just one person. I am just one person, and it's just my opinion. But again, thank you so much. And again, I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I will slip up. I will I will wake up and I think, do I have to do this particular thing? Do I have to do this filming? Do I have to do this editing? You know, what am I doing with like certain projects? And let me just say, there are situations, a lot more of them now, where I wake up and I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to have met certain people that actually not only believe in my work and talent, that actually want to work with me, and I want to work with them. It's it's an absolute blessing. So it's not all bad. Trust me, it's not all bad. Guys, let me go. Let me go and spend some time with my dad, and my brother and my sister as well, and also my kids as well. Guys, thank you so much for like tuning in. And again, exactly what I said to you guys before. I promise to literally put out a video every single Sunday, either recorded or pre-recorded. So yeah, literally, that's my yeah. All is good, man. All literally, all is good. Um, again, I just kind of want to make sure that I can give you guys um, just it's not just inspiration, but I want everyone to literally learn something from my platform. If it's business advice, financial advice, football advice, relationship advice. I know it's called the Amateur Football Podcast, but I think that I'm now producing is more than just football. Football is definitely the foundation, and literally football will always be like the first talking point. A lot more stuff. Amazing news happening. Amazing opportunities. You'll be seeing some. Okay. So one thing I can say, you'll be seeing some new faces on the amateur football platform. 100 times. Please like, subscribe, share.